I was so inspired by this conference, and I want to begin by saying Black Lives Matter, Muslim Lives Matter, and this is a worldwide struggle. When I heard Michelle Kamal tell us that she is prepared for a long struggle to get justice for her son Abdul, who was executed without due process, murdered by police on the streets of Irvington, New Jersey, I thought about all she has in common with Faisal Ali Jabbar of Hadramaut in Yemen. Faisal's relatives Salim and Walid were killed by a U.S. drone strike in Yemen in 2012. Faisal and his family are seeking justice, and they too are prepared for a long struggle. They have met with U.S. national security officials and members of Congress, but the United States has not formally acknowledged or apologized for the incident. Now, Faisal and the family have brought a legal case for the drone killing of his relatives in a German court against the German government. Why Germany? Because all, and I repeat, all lethal U.S. drone strikes are guided via the satellite relay station located on the U.S. Air Base in Ramstein. It is believed about 650 people work at the satellite relay station. And the Bin Ali Jabbar family is demanding in court that the German government take legal and political responsibility for the U.S. drone war in Yemen and forbid the use of the satellite relay station in Ramstein. Okay. German law and European law and international law do not accept the premises of the so-called war against terror, the war on terror. The war of terror, that's what I meant. The killing of people all over the world without due process or trial is murder, plain and simple. And what about AFRICOM in Stuttgart? This is the Pentagon's African Command, responsible for all U.S. military and special forces operations in Africa, including choosing the targets in Africa to be killed by drones. AFRICOM was established in Stuttgart in 2008 without approval of the German parliament. They just weren't told about it, after the U.S. could find no African country willing to host it. And since 2008, the U.S. military operations in Africa have more than doubled. The U.S. is murdering black people in Africa with impunity and doing so with German government complicity. I wish I had time to tell you more about the strength of anti-war feeling in Germany, where people know so much more than Americans do about war, what war really means. Germans at all levels of society are deeply dismayed at seeing the U.S. violate all standards of the international law that was established at the end of World War II. And most Germans are well aware that the Red Army played the greatest role in their liberation that we have been celebrating in Germany this weekend, and that the Red Army did so at by far the greatest sacrifice. There's not much time to tell you about this. I can't tell you about our Mumia solidarity work, all of this, but I will say there is a growing movement in Germany. This May Day, more than 18,000, mainly young Germans, together with refugees and immigrants from war-devastated countries in Africa and the Middle East, marched through the streets chanting, "Immigrants are welcome here," and anti-capitalista. This was incidentally 18,000 was the police estimate. The demonstrators estimated 33,000. This is double what was this demonstration was last year. We have great potential to build a worldwide movement. Therefore, I'm not here only to bring greetings and a statement of solidarity. Let us work concretely on international projects together. Let us together force the German government to close down the U.S. Africa Command in Stuttgart and the satellite relay station in Ramstein, and the use of military bases in Germany for the U.S. wars that are murdering people of color all around the world from the beginnings of the war against terror and before. And let us bring those responsible before the courts of justice. So, that's my conclusion, but except that I want to just all alert you that, this campaign against Rammstein, Stuttgart, and AFRICOM is building. It's just building. It's just beginning in Germany. And we have, though, a very important date on May 27th. That is the beginning, the first hearing in court of the family that I mentioned to you from Yemen. And so we are going to do a demonstration at the Bundestag, the German Parliament, and press work. And I know some of you are also going to do at least some press work. If you can think of things you would like to do on May 27th, that would be good. And why not, for once, demonstrate at the German embassy? Thank you.